I've been
Oh,
thinking about this for a while, but now that we're staring down the barrel of another ownership change,
oh
I thought it
no.
might be good to, like I said earlier, put a name, multiple names, and some events to this feeling of being cursed. Because it's a lot deeper than that, goes beyond that. And I don't think a lot of people know just how tumultuous and bad it has been. So we're gonna start
Oh,
tentative name Giant Dipper. Its working title. This is version one, abridged version, the roller coaster history of Padres ownership. We start with this guy, C. Arnold Smith, bank owner, first generation San Diegan. Okay, parents moved out here, works in
good man.
banking, starts as a teller, works his way up, self-made man, pretty great, buys the US National Bank of San Diego, builds it up to be the biggest bank in San Diego, 10th largest in the state, 86th in the nation. He purchases the
Wow.
PCL Padres in 55 for 250K. And then in 1967, 68, MLB has a mind to expand the league and add four teams. He is awarded one of those teams, the San Diego Padres, taking the name over from the PCL days, with the Pilots, the Expos, the Royals. Nate Colbert, I think we drafted him like 20th. I mean, like you look at like our first 19 picks, pretty worthless. In any case, so we're loading up the roller coaster cars. We haven't even left the station yet. So free agency does not exist in Major League Baseball at this time. You're already starting 70 to almost 100 years behind all of these teams, right? So obviously you go 52 and 110 to be expected. But how it was for the other four, Seattle's done after year one. They moved to Milwaukee. That didn't work for them. The Expos were done basically after the strike season. 94, they had the best record in baseball. Their ownership's over it. They start looking for a buyer. MLB has to take them over, and then eventually they sell, right? So, of all those expansion teams, the Padres are, not doing too bad. It could have been worse. Casey obviously has some success because they had the same owner for 30 years and a clean transfer. They go on to win a World Series and then resell to a big ownership group. So, first shot of the sale, 1973. We're less than 5 years into a franchise and we're already looking to make a move. Like, we're still loading up the roller coaster cars, and this guy's trying to get out of town, sell them to this ghoulish looking Al Davis motherfucker
Oh,
here, owns a
Al
chain of
Davis, huh?
grocery
no.
stores, right? And it's printed. This shit's gonna happen. Like 5 years, haven't even had a chance, you know? And we're already wanting to break it all down and move it out to the East Coast. Thank God it gets tied up in lawsuits. Ray Kroc gets wind of this. He's done with Mickey D's, and he's ready to go back to his first love of baseball. Buys him for 12 million. First season, 102 losses, still drew over 1 million fans, quoted as the standard of box office success. So, for all you, where were you wins? San Diego's not a sports town. The beach is too inviting. Go fuck yourself. We're working on our
Yeah.
fourth
San
generation
Diego.
of rooting for this depressing and ridiculous sports franchise. So, uh, dude's pretty much a legend. You know what I mean? Like some questionable business practices, an opportunist, but he's one of those, pricks that if he's working for you, you don't mind it so much. You probably forgive him a little bit of that. So he got on the PA system at the stadium when they were just getting absolutely trounced. And he said, I've never seen such stupid ball playing in my life, which
No
was
way.
greeted by just 40,000, or I think it was like 34, just like went nuts. Just awesome. He also had some questionable because we now have free agency yet, like right about now. And Nick, I'm still not born yet. Thank you. Not quite yet. Because I know you were gonna say it. So yeah, he gets fined by MLB, and then he's sort of like getting a little burnt out by that whole thing. I think he said something like there's, more money to be made in the burger stand than there is in baseball. In any case, we finally get our first non-losing season in 82 and then another one in 83. We're 500. So like here we go. Here we go. The roller coaster's moving up, and then bang,
Let's
we
go.
win a pennant. And there was a ring. So for the No Rings crew, they did give them out back then. Here we are. Only problem is Ray Kroc is dead. He died shortly before they win that pennant. So you're seeing a pattern here: attempted sales and failures and wasted time, and ownership dying. So
We're
again, we're
peaking.
not
It's
too
perfect.
far along.
Not the McDonald's logo.
I found this on LinkedIn. It was great. I was like, that's perfect. I don't know who made it, but God bless him. So anyway, Joan Kroc, widow, philanthropist, a legend in her own right, but obviously no experience. She was quoted as asking Ray, "Why did you buy a monastery?" But she was an absolute giver. The local Salvation Army, 90 million to build that center. Peace and Justice Institute in USD. St. Vincent de Paul de Joan Arc, which was a part of the Father Joe's Village, Croc Copley Animal Shelter. So like she's still like in the community and awesome to the point where she actually tried to donate the team to the city. So yeah, but still we're
That would
now
have been
on.
curtains for with how the city of San Diego does business.
Yeah, yeah. Can you imagine just like if like there was a Twitter group that just ran the Padres? It would be miserable. Some contentious things, some fun things. Drug policy was strict, and she actually took beer out of the clubhouse, which I don't know if you guys remember, probably not, you're too young. Goose Gossage was not a fan of. So she's gonna get out of the game. Tom Werner comes in. He's a TV producer, right? So he leads an investment group, about 10 other guys, 9 other guys, immediately cuts payroll, trades Sheffield, McGriff, goes 61 and 101 and 93. Not great. You can see in the years served, he didn't last long. A big claim to fame, attempted to cross promote the team with a TV series of his, which you might remember gave us this gem.
Oh,
So thanks for showing up. Now we're gonna move on again.
Is it Roseanne?
yeah.
Sure, you don't remember that? The national anthem where she grabbed her crotch and spit and just howled like a fucking dying cat. Yeah, yeah, that was that guy.
That was it.
Hey, Case. Here comes some good news for the longest tenured owner ever. A San Diego Padres Hall of Famer, purchased him for 80 million. Within the first 2 years, we've got NL West titles and another pennant. All right. He helps get Petco built. Huge in that. There was a little lull because I think a little bit of money and resources were going to Petco. Then we're back to back NL West titles in 05 and 06. Bang. Wife is not happy. She would like a divorce.
It's her fault.
I don't know what John did. He seems like a great guy, but behind closed doors, personal life, I don't get into that. You know what I mean? I don't root for you because of your marital commitments. I just the facts,
Mr.
man.
Travis
In any
Kelce.
case, as a part of the settlement agreement, they agree to sell the club, liquidate that, and then they can split it. And then just little footnote on the way out the door, he was the one that helped secure the 20-year, $1.2 billion TV deal that would have been awesome if it actually lasted all 20 years. But unfortunately, that deal eventually went bankrupt and all that money was lost. So for those wondering why we have to take out, loans for payroll and things like that, is because expected revenue just stopped showing up with no warning. So then we go waste our time for a little bit with this guy. This is Jeff Morad. For about 4 or 5 years, we're talking about selling to him. He buys a minority stake, is operating as CEO with the full intention of eventually getting a majority stake. Major League Baseball says, nah, I don't think you can back it. This doesn't feel right. We're going to shut that down. So again, not only are we changing owners again, but we're wasting about 4 or 5 years going down this road where it's in a little bit of confusion. And then eventually we have to pull the plug and then make another move. And Uncle Ron, who was a part of that group, finds another group, which is mostly comprised of the Walter O'Malley baseball heirs. So baseball royalty, pretty great. Peter Seidler is a part of that group. Purchased him for a whole $800 million. He was actually the first locally based control person since the original founding owner. He brings in AJ, They start spending a bunch of money. Then he sells stake, gives control to Papa Pete, needs no introduction. He's the absolute fucking man, right? So we're pretty much caught up. We know where we are with this guy.
Oh, he's ugly.
Yeah. And by the way, I think that's his MLB photo on the site. Someone did
I'm
him
scared.
dirty. Dirty. We couldn't shop that up a little bit. That's the smile we want to use. Like they knew he wasn't long for this game. And they advertised it. So businessman coward, born on third, somehow trying to get back to second. And that's us. So in summation, if you look at this, it's pretty insane for a club that's only been around for 50 plus years to have 8 heads operators in control of this situation. 6 years, 10 plus, then we go to 5, then we go to 5, then we're going great with John. That goes away. So when you look at it like that and how we've been tried to be sold and the divorces and debts, 2 owner deaths, like it's while they are still the owners, it just puts into perspective the quote unquote curse of it all. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.